All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Jono.
Hello.
Oh, hi, hello. How
How are you, mate?
Oh, good. Absolute fire. Hello, Glenn. Hello, Decor World 99. I see you. The first time on our channel. Make sure to subscribe and you know, Jonathan, I feel something I know. I want to say it out so loud, but I want you guys to stay till the end. I'm not gonna say anything right now. Just focus on chart and we'll drop something. Boom! New updates and platform. So okay, we are finally out of the range, and it feels like reborn in the crypto market. So you were in. I think Anastasia was saying from years that she's looking for bull long and happen. Did you manage to take any longs, Jonathan?
No, did you?
No, I got the answer when you laughed. No, I
was obviously very bearish Bitcoin, so no, I did not take any long positions, unfortunately. But I was looking to obviously sell US dollars. There was obviously some big meetings going on yesterday as well with Trump and meeting some crypto people. I have not looked into what happened with that, to be honest. I was mainly focused on what was happening in the bond market. But obviously this is like a bit of a liquidity sort of situation as well, where we're starting to see some capital flowing into the market, and this has helped Bitcoin kind of push back above key structure areas now. So when we were talking about obviously Bitcoin and the situation, we were like, look, we're bearish until the trend track changes, right? And now we're starting to see that sort of come through as well. I was just going to have a little look to see if there was anything about the situation yesterday coming through. I've just picked up a headline from Reuters, which just says, crypto shares climb after Trump pushes the Clarity Act. So we've got something called the Clarity Act coming into place. Ayush, do you know what the Clarity Act is?
Come on, don't do this to me. You know the answer. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys.
Nah, come on. We don't profess to know everything that's going on in markets, right? You can't do that. You've got to you focus on what you're focusing on at the time. But this is where research comes in. This is what we can do. We can research, we can figure out what's going on, and then see how that can impact markets going forward. So I just put what the Clarity Act is. Now, apparently the Clarity Act is a highly anticipated cryptocurrency market structure bill designed to establish clear legal definitions in digital. It aims to resolve the jurisdiction friction detaining whether a token qualifies as a digital commodity under the CFTC, security under the SEC. Do you know what? This actually reminds me of something. People laughed at me in the past when I said, if regulation comes to Bitcoin, it'll actually rally. And people laughed at me. So if there is regulation coming in now and it rallies, I'm going to give a big like that to a lot of people. You can't see it off screen. I know Ayush can see what I'm doing, but that's what I'm going to give to a lot of people.
No, we can clip this one and send it to your people.
Yeah. I don't know who laughed. There was a few people, maybe like 3 or 4.
Jonathan is laughing at you.
So there we go. Let's see if we can get into some of these and just have a little look. So CNBC was reporting Bitcoin Ether surge as Trump's Congress passed the Crypto Clarity Act. Let's see what this is then. So the key points are the market sentiment in cryptocurrencies was supported by Trump's plans to buy sizable amounts of Bitcoin as he affirmed his support for the industry. So that's very significant. So obviously that's US government level buying amounts of Bitcoin, or it's personal. I don't know. Let's figure that out. I'm guessing he means government if he's saying that in a clarity act, but we'll see. Investors should now be positioned for a move to 100K by the year end, says Jeffrey Kendrick, global head of digital assets research at Standard Chartered. Don't know who Standard Chartered is, but they're quoting the guy. So the cryptocurrency had been range bound between 62,000. We know that for the past 6 weeks because that's all we've been talking about for the past 6 weeks. So yeah, let's see if there was anything like, okay, so President Trump urged Congress to pass a bill, right? So does that mean that he has passed a bill through Congress yet? No, obviously. So it just says they have urged Congress to pass a bill expected to boost the sector. The grammar in some of these things matters the most, right? Because if it was like, yes, he's passed the act, great. If it got through Congress, amazing. And then they've passed the bill in Congress. But we know what they basically just reject everything that President Trump does. So we might see actually a bit of a turnaround if that's the case. Trump also hinted at regulating. Yeah, see that Hyperliquid, the decentralized exchange that's been garnering popularity among traders as the home base of perpetual futures trading. The Hyperliquid token rose about 25%. So if Glenn's in the chat, I've not looked at the chat yet, but if Glenn's in the chat, I hope he was trading Hyperliquid then, because I guess he would have done pretty well off of that. Yeah, retreating treasury yields also helped. So obviously the situation yesterday also did help. It was a bit of a combination of both things. Even before the Hyperliquid headlines, Bitcoin volatility measured BVIX index rose to about 40 after hitting a year-to-date low of 35.5. See if there's anything else significant in here. Yes. This is something we'll all talk about in a little bit. So yeah, I mean, let's face it, the market is now interested again. Why is it interested again? Because Bitcoin spikes so much. Like, Bitcoin only gets headlines if it jumps significantly or dumps significantly, right? So it's back in headlines again for that particular reason. What did you say there, Roman? Sorry. Oh.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey. So how is everyone doing today after the crazy market yesterday?
Yeah, I just watched it.
Crying session is over?
Yeah.
No, crying session is still in play, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I was looking for a continuation in a couple of things. Although I did all right actually. So yesterday I did end up taking a short on euro dollar because I was saying that there could be a good chance to see this price action kind of reverse a little bit, and it literally reversed like the 15 pips that I was talking about. It went 18 pips in the end. But I said if you're looking for a reversal when you want to target like a 10 to 15 pip range pullback, I did that. Price came up into the resistance level that we were talking about yesterday, which was this one spot 1675 handle, and that's where I looked to action a position. So took a short from that level, quite aggressive short to be honest, because I didn't really want to wait for any kind of change of trend at that point. I just thought this looks very overextended, so let's just jump on it. So I did, but I waited for that clear resistance level to come in first. So I ended up getting short, getting out for 17 pips, and then it did continue to rally up. Today we did break out of the initial balance zone and went up to the first ATR of that, and that's the sticking point for price today. And since then, price has reverted all the way back to the initial balance. So that's a traded strategy that I like to look for as well every now and again, which is a bit of a mean reversion trade. But you could have took it either way. Break of that London initial balance zone could have offered you a couple of positions to the upside, especially on the lower time frame. Looking at sort of these kind of setups through here for me personally. But look, we're back down towards the kind of Asia range now, so we might start to find a little bit of support again if the momentum does continue. But yeah, crazy day yesterday, but I did manage to get something out of it. So I was semi-happy, but I could have obviously had a larger move if I went with it. So some tiers are still
semi-happy, huh?
Yeah. Like one eye's red, the other one's all right. But how was your day?
Was intense. I'm actually right now in a trade, and I'm just figuring out how long I'm gonna hold this. So I'm in a short for ES. I just entered that. And the final target would be about 1 to 2.5 to 2.6 somewhere. And the minimal I would be waiting for is like 1.9. So I took a short right now after we broke the previous lows, and also on the 1 minute time frame we had a massive negative delta and super bearish imbalances here, super bearish footprint as well. And the bearish delta. So we had like a lot of bids coming in. We had 2K more bids than ask in just this 5 minute. Actually, this is 5 minute, not 1 minute for yes. So 5 minute candle. So right after the closure of this 5 minute candle, I took a short, and it's right now in a small profit. So because yes, at the moment right now, if we're looking at the 30 minute time frame, we just broke the previous lows here. So this 30 minute candle is trying to break through. My first support is only 76.81. This is why I decided to still take a short, even when we are already kind of dropping. So that's why I didn't wait for the pullback or anything else, because I was expecting the price to continue further down already from that point. And there is some space until the first, second, and third support levels that I was expecting the price to hit. So if it goes, it's going to be good. Yesterday was profitable on some accounts, unprofitable on the other one. And because I didn't take the same trade on that one, and by the time that I did, it was already like too late. So I'm actually in a loss for one account. But for my Tradeify account that I'm trying to pass, I finally passed one. And another 3 are almost there as well. So I just need a couple of more, like one more good day, and that's it.
You were on Instant, I guess.
Next week. Huh?
You were on Instant funded?
Yeah, I'm on Instant.
Yeah, okay.
But on Instant, you need a profit target and consistency, 20% consistency rule. Yeah. So that's one is ready, and another 3 are almost there.
And yesterday you pointed out the monthly point of control on stream on ES. Kind of helped me during the trade I took in the ES. Obviously, price didn't tap the area, but I like had some reason to go long. So it was a great trade yesterday. Like few pips and then out of the market.
Yeah.
Oh, not this chart. Okay, I'm gonna share it.
Am I gonna trust my analysis? Yeah, I'm gonna definitely trust my analysis. I have the longs for gold as well from yesterday.
Oh, from yesterday, okay.
From yesterday, like not longs for like right now, for analysis from yesterday. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to take a trade now on all my accounts. And hopefully my analysis is still going to be valid. Well, because it's valid, technically it's valid. So what I was looking for is I was looking for the price to give a little bit of a pullback towards this volume here. And this is the previous highs as well that we tested before. So this is the highs of this consolidation. And the 45.10 level is the one that we talked about last week when I was saying, hey, it's going to go to 45.10. And I'm looking for short from there, which it did because this is a point of control of this entire range for gold. And then when the price pulled back, I was short last week, and now we are kind of testing it from the other side. We like the price is creating quite a long rejection here, quite a big one from this cluster volume on 45.15, and then on the 30-minute candle, we also see a lot of buyers buying pressure incoming for gold right here. So we have a negative delta, quite negative delta, and now the positive one, and price is starting to pull back. So I did take a long right now. Small risk though.
Good.
Where's your stop on that one? Is that
1 second.
Because the stop loss might be, yeah. I'm kind of confused.
Well, realistically, if the price breaks 45.10 and closes below it, I'm gonna close the trade anyway. That's first. But even if it doesn't reach my stop loss, for example, initially, come on, doesn't want to work with me. But my stop loss is basically right here at 44.93 because there is another volume cluster right here.
Oh yeah, so just below.
So if it, basically for my logic is if we do close below 45.10, even if the price doesn't reach 45.93 and it closes, let's say like here, I'm gonna cut my risk because in my understanding is they're gonna be the pullback back to 45.10 and then the deeper correction towards the volume of this range. And if it does pull back, for example, accidentally, like on the market opening, it shots back up, like on the data from initial employment claims, for example, if it do break through this volume, I can always re-enter because realistically my target, my gold long target is only at 4,700. So that's about, on any quotes, it's about $180 up from the current market price. So even if it does, like, even if I exit early, for example, and then I exit by my rules, but then, for example, the market do decide to then still pull back and go higher, I can always re-enter because I have a lot of space that I'm expecting the price to still reach if it does go higher.
That is a solid plan.
Hopefully, we'll see about that.
Sounds good.
I want to believe that it is solid.
Yeah.
But the good part is if it's about the HVN and then use it as support, it can go back in the range and go higher. Again, like yesterday, we had the same price action. If we cross that hurdle, then it's gonna go towards the area which we were targeting last week. Like, you know, we guessed the areas or which one, who's gonna want what. So, I think she's targeting the same area then.
Yeah, it's the same, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm just quite happy about my friend pair, which is Doge. Finally, it bugged after the good pump.
Crypto is alive, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna share. So expecting price. Okay, so I think I explained you guys before as well, like in this pair I can just trade like a maniac and do nothing and never apply volume profile or just supply and demand and, you know, done, waiting for a proper retrace and might go short in this pair. I want to sell Doge so bad back to range because it goes wicks from wicks. So on the weekly time frame, the rejection, I don't care if anything is here. I'll take it as, because of this wicks, price is using it as resistance. The next key support area can be this one, and the funny fact is, it works. So yeah, I'm gonna place an order in my MT5. If I see something, I will sell it. Just waiting for this 15-minute candle to, you know, pass this level. Maybe something like this. Can't say this is an head and shoulder pattern which I'm expecting. Might take something here when I see good volume, bear volume coming in, we'll sell it. I'm not going to use bubble or volume profile.
Wait, you are planning to sell this thing?
Yeah.
It's
It's
like,
anyway
it's
dying,
crazy.
so let's try
crazy.
together.
Where is it dying?
Look at Doge. Look at it on higher time frame. You'll see it.
Wait,
Look at project.
But are you?
Look how cheap the price is.
Okay.
Whoa, look at that.
Okay, wait. I didn't have a look at it. I was looking at Bitcoin and I didn't expect Doge to completely die. Oh, by the way, Jonathan is in the comments. Jonathan, remember how like 2.5 weeks ago you said you are long on Bitcoin? How is it possible that anyone is long on Bitcoin in this market? I remember this. It's somewhere on the stream. It's on the recordings. And I said, I am long on Bitcoin until we break 62K. And then from 62K, my first target is 67. If we break 67, we go to 71 to 73, where it is right now. And then if we break 73, we are going to 76 to 79K, guys.
Yeah, I didn't agree with any of that either. Like, I was very much on Anna's side, like, expecting it to break higher.
You totally did.
Yeah. No, I definitely thought that we were going to break lower. I definitely thought we were going to break lower. I was very much in that camp as well of, it's just, there's nothing going for it. And to be fair, there was nothing going for it, right? Price was just moving sideways, to be honest. But it needed a catalyst. And that's what news is for. That's why, and you give it that little bit of a push. But yeah, at least someone on, at least Anna called it. I think we should just turn this channel into Anna Predicts. And we just follow.
It follows.
Just follow everything Anna does.
Do I get the profits, please?
Yeah, I'll give you some. I'll give you some.
We can discuss of the stream.
Yeah. We'll do like a percentage split, obviously. Like, we'll put it in your favor.
I'm down to that.
Yeah. We'll just manage it ourselves, but like you can just tell us the entries and stuff.
We'll follow it silently and never tell that it did well.
Yeah.
Good.
And every time I ask, like, did you guys take the trade? You're gonna be no, actually, I missed that one. I missed that one. So sad, I missed that one.
Yeah.
Jonathan is saying Anna prop.
Anna prop.
There you go. That's a great prop name. So,
but no, the question still stands. Where do you see Doge dying?
Oh, I'm saying dying just for a counter trend. I'm not gonna say it's gonna go to the 0.6890. Just
I mean, if you look at 1 minute, probably it's dying. Yeah.
That's the time frame that Ayush lives on.
No, I'm looking at 15 minutes. So yeah, 15 minutes, a little bit of retracement, gonna catch it and then go long with Bitcoin and Ethereum correlation. So yeah. So when I say dying, it's obviously on lower time frame on all the pairs.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I want to hear what the bond guy is gonna say about bonds. He's not listening.
I am listening to you. Don't worry.
Come on,
Ayush, I always listen to you.
No. You kind of you're giving him a vibe of my elder brother who is so chill and don't care what I say. He's like, are you listening to me? I was like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I heard it.
No, I listen to. I do care what you say, and I am listening intently.
That's what he says.
I just have things going on that I'm just checking as you're talking. That's all.
Yeah. So if you like, you can break down yield so we can understand the trend on the gold on the lower time frame.
Just a quick. Luna is in the chat saying, "John, the Godfather."
Yes. That's very true.
Okay, now we can dive into the yields.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I keep saying that because of my chair.
Yeah.
Apparently my chair gives off like Godfather vibes or something, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe I should like spin like Dr. Evil or something. I don't know if you would know who Dr. Evil is, Ayush. Or Anna might not either. Do any of you know who Dr. Evil is?
No.
No, but I'll Google
No.
that.
Oh, is it something really common?
Have you never seen Austin Powers?
No.
Oh, is that a British thing?
Not
Is that
that I
like a British
remember.
thing? Anyone in the chat that knows Austin Powers, please. Is that a British thing?
Obviously, if only you know, then it is a British thing.
Well, yeah, but I'm from Britain.
My God,
so-
Jonathan's saying, "My God." He of course, he knows.
Okay, so maybe it's an age thing then, because I'm trying to figure out, is this a British thing or is this an age thing? Yeah, here you go. Like Austin Powers is. Yeah.
But the thing is, Mike and Jonathan, maybe we want something from the chat. Obviously,
So like
we know
Dr.
it.
Evil would like turn in his chair and like as like an evil villain, you know. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about bots.
It's an age thing. I didn't want to say that. I was like, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But
I'm not even that old, surely. I'm not 33. Just turned 33. Right, anyway. So what happened yesterday with bonds? So bonds have actually reversed the entire move of yesterday, to be honest, which is fairly unusual. Let me just go back to the last time that this happened so that you can kind of see the difference. So the last time that we had the Treasury coming in and almost like doubling their bond purchasing was back here in October of 2023, right? And look what happened to yields after that, right? We had a very significant drop in yields. If you go and look at this on your gold chart, so let's go to October 2023 on your gold chart. Let's go all the way back here, which was this low, right? So that was the low there, and obviously yields started to fall aggressively, and that started that really big sort of bullish gold run that we saw at the end of 2023, start of 2024. So this is why this, to me, is very bullish gold. The only thing we've got at the moment is yields are giving back some of that. So just to kind of clarify what happened yesterday, I put a little note on the screen here. I'm trying to zoom into it, but let me make it bigger so you guys can see it on the stream. So basically it just says, you know, the US Treasury is increasing by at least double the size of liquidity support buyback operations. So basically what that means is the US Treasury has stepped in to buy bonds because nobody's buying them, right? So the biggest sort of purchaser of US government bonds is Japan, right? And recently we had a 20-year, 30-year bond auction, and bond auctions happen quite frequently. No one really cares about bond auctions until bonds get to very significant levels. So we've seen a significant level come in, and then what we saw was obviously nobody buying bonds. So essentially what we've got is nobody's buying them, so they have to buy them themselves, right? They have to kind of force and get involved with it. It's almost like I would say a mini intervention, right? They're intervening in the market, they're buying and purchasing their own bonds. And they do this to drive yields down, right? So that's what happened yesterday. Now, when they obviously drove those yields down, it obviously impacts FX markets, golds, you know, obviously even sort of the crypto markets now. So gold rallied off the back of that, dollars fell off the back of that. And that was something we obviously very much focused on going into yesterday. And this is a story that will probably stick around for a little bit as well. The only problem we've got at the moment, so this is why I like the idea of still being US dollar bearish. The only other problem we've got at the minute is oil prices are rising, right? So Trump came out yesterday and talked about the fact that oil prices will lower when a deal comes in. The problem is that deal is looking very, very unlikely at this current moment in time. Negotiations aren't happening. Donald Trump has threatened with economic sanctions on Tehran. They have responded by saying they're going to pull out of the nuclear sort of deal thing, which is obviously the opposite of what Trump wants and what I guess the world wants in that sense. So oil prices are now rising because escalations could rise again between the US and Iran, right? That's obviously going to put a little bit of a dampener on future inflation expectations, which is what the bond market tries to do, right? It tries to price in future inflation expectations. So it does that by, rising bond yields or, purchasing bonds, selling bonds, etc. So what we saw yesterday was a drop because the US Treasury sort of intervened, to keep it simple. But they're rising again today because there's escalations going on and oil prices are rising. So they're predicting that maybe inflation's still going to remain at higher elevated levels or potentially move higher in the future. Because you've got to think 10 years and 30-year bond yields, that's bond traders. If prices are rising, bond traders are demanding more for them to park their capital away for longer. So they are looking at weaker growth expectations, weaker or higher inflation, right? Because of that higher inflation, because of the weaker growth. So they are basically saying to the US Treasury, if you want us to buy your bonds, we want a higher yield to park our capital for longer. So this is the situation that's happening right now. Obviously, it was a very impactful day yesterday and moved a lot of markets. But we're seeing that pullback today because there are still other geopolitical things going on that aren't clear yet. So let's say they did this and there was no war between the US and Iran and oil prices were flowing freely. We probably would see a bigger move. We probably would see 10-year yields trading at 4.5%, maybe even 4% because of that big move, like what we saw back in 2023, right? Where they did the exact same, not necessarily the exact same thing, but a similar situation. And this was also around the time where the Fed were a little bit dovish in tone, and that caused this catalyst to see that move lower. This time, we've kind of got an opposite situation. We've got an inflation that's still above key targets. We've got a Federal Reserve that are on the line of being hawkish versus neutral. FOMC meeting minutes came out and the market did absolutely jack, which is something we spoke about in terms of it being a bit of a dud event. But at the same time, it's still in that FOMC meeting minutes, there was still talk about a lot of the dissenters were worried about inflation remaining higher for longer. And that's the situation we've got in the bond market right now. And that's why we're seeing that US dollar recovery going into the day, as well as obviously people naturally after a big drop take some profits, and we see a little bit of a pullback as well. But this makes ongoing data really, really important, right? So today, obviously, we've got these initial jobless claims. They've come out now. I don't know what the result of those were. So if we just refresh the page here, we can see they actually came in at 206 versus the 210 number. But that is a revision here. It was revised from 209 to 212. So again, a bit of a mixed bag. It seems like revision data out of jobless claims continues to get higher versus the actual. So a little bit of mixed data there for the US dollar about 4 minutes ago as well, with the initial jobless claims coming in a little bit lower than those forecasts. But in the grand scheme of things, macro data out of the US hasn't been good. So that's why I'm still more on the dollar bearish side. But again, like we always say, you've got to be kind of smart about where you get into a position. If bond yields are still going to rise in the short term, that could be, a little bit bullish US dollars. But could it be bullish into resistance? And then we get more bad news or whatever. And we see the continuation now, because we know markets don't just move in straight lines, right? They move, they pause for a period of days, and then they move again, right? Very, look at this move, big move down, pause for a couple of weeks, big move down. So we could walk into a situation like that again as well. So that is my thoughts on the bond yields. If that was interesting to anyone.
Very interesting. Oh, yeah.
So like, you know how like you think I don't listen to you. When I start talking about bond yields, I see you just shut off, Ayush. You close your eyes, you go to sleep for a little bit, and then you wonder why your gold trade's acting the way it is. I'm trying to help you, mate.
Yeah, I know.
So could we see gold pull back essentially, right?
Yeah, now we're talking. Yeah. So Roman is in long. I don't know why he's in long. I would like to know where
Anna took the long and he jumped in. He wanted some of that action.
I was actually
asleep.
No, taking a more short on my ES in the meantime after the data came out, and wondering if I should go close my gold long, but it didn't really break and close below 45.10 yet, but it's really on the edge of doing that. So I added more volume into ES, and I'm considering closing gold for longs actually. It's really struggling to close back above 45.10. ES is breaking below though, so this is why I added more volume as well. So we had a lot of positive delta here, and the price didn't really do anything, so it didn't really respond. Zero reaction, and then started to drop more. So that's why I'm also looking for the more continuation to the downside. Gold is actually trying to recover, just as I said that I was planning to close at. Surprisingly, usually it does after I close at. So let's see. It's gonna continue higher or not. I know you were saying that you're on the weaker side for the US dollar still, right? For the longer term anyway. So I was looking at the continuation for currencies today and also for gold because of that. Well, let's see if it's actually gonna take place. But are you taking any trades, John, or are you waiting?
I like the idea of price coming a little bit lower on gold, to be honest. But I would wait for one or two things. Either it comes lower a little bit, or I'll be looking for like a change of trend on a lower time frame. That would be kind of like my thing. So at the moment I have neither. So I'm just kind of like waiting for this. I mean, I could go down to a lower time frame and kind of like watch this sort of 5 minute. Like if we get this complete reversal here, maybe a break above these highs, I could look for a short term long up into kind of current day's point of control.
Yeah,
or something like that. That would be an interesting trade. I haven't looked across other markets yet. I was looking at cable again because we've come back into the initial balance and we were kind of holding that area a little bit. So I was looking to see if maybe this could be another leg higher today. But again, I haven't really got the thing that I'm looking for yet. We can see that we're in sort of like this retracement phase, which is great. That gives me an opportunity to get in at a lower price. But, are we going to see this continuation? My IB board was actually quite interesting today. It says that the market is aggressively expanded and that a mean reversion day or a range day has a 75% success rate. And I mean, it wasn't wrong. Like price came up into this level, rejected, and we saw it move all the way back down into the initial balance. So yeah, I mean, I want to see if we kind of reject in and around these areas. If we start breaking back higher, I would say that this sort of overall trend might continue, maybe a run up towards current day's highs. That's the kind of thing I would be looking for on cable at the moment. But also, obviously, we've got this big zone down through here as well, haven't we? That the market is just kind of coming into right now. So yeah, anywhere kind of around current levels, I feel like is a good level to see if we start finding some support. So yeah, I'll just be keeping an eye on those. The other markets that we were looking at, euro, that's back down towards this level as well. Back in towards initial balance low, but also we've got a level at the 116.75. So the one level that I used for resistance yesterday, I might use as support today, if we can see that, because I do feel like dollar weakness is still the play. It's just whether, you know, bonds kind of take that into consideration too, because we've got obviously that oil prices rising situation at the moment. VIX is also on the rise as well, so that's why we're seeing that downside in the stock market. So risk is slightly elevated. I mean, considering we've got a US, you know, an Iran war, and there's different headlines every single day, the VIX being as low as it is kind of scares me a little bit. So I wouldn't mind seeing another decline on the S&P 500, maybe back towards breakout highs. That could be a nice area to look for along. This was kind of an area where we were looking at before, due to the VIX being above 20. So let's see, maybe if the VIX rallies, goes above 20 as well, S&P 500 might come lower. I'll be able to get another buy on that. So yeah, for me at the minute, I'm still in kind of like a wait mode.
Yeah, the market this week, the whole entire week actually, since last already, that it's been barely moving and then suddenly jumps. Barely moving and then suddenly just jumps. So I'm really looking forward for September perhaps as well. I'm curious if we're gonna witness another governmental shutdown. I'm not sure if they're gonna still go ahead with that, considering that you know, the bond situation and the commentary of Federal Reserve regarding the rates recently. Ayush, did you take that short on Dodge?
No, waiting for the pullback. But right now I'm looking at gold. There is a lot of positive delta in the bottom.
I'm still holding that.
And it does not make any sense if price goes lower, because there is the next level is pretty much lower. So this is the only support level we have. But I kind of don't like to directly jump in the trade. I mean, I'm not a good reversal trader, more of like a continuation. So it's like Jonathan said, if it goes higher and take a retrace back in the high volume node, which I call the edge, maybe somewhere around here. Yeah, above that high, take a retrace, and then we can go long in it. Might hold it towards this swing high, even though we have this range build, because there's a lot of negative delta. We'll see good push higher. Yeah, and it's good. It's doing good.
I am not a bad reversal trader, but my reverse trades are having a less risk usually, and give it a less risk exposure than the continuation ones. Especially for gold, because gold really loves to touch base the same support or resistance so many times before actually reversing. Like sweeping the highs and the lows.
Yeah, I still like dollar yen shorts as well, I think. And we'll be looking, we've come back into this kind of area of resistance here. And if we are going to see that dollar continuation. This is a chart I really like. Yeah, again, if I go back and have a little look at, the last time we saw a similar situation, we had this downside move, which was from high to low, over 1,000 pips down. So even if we get half of that, obviously we've had intervention recently, so we've already dropped quite a significant way, but we've broken below these lows. We're just kind of very slowly kind of consolidating back. I was just watching the hourly chart. We're failing to kind of make any new higher highs at the minute. We've got 15 minutes left on this candlestick. So if it closes below, we've closed below the 50 moving average, we've closed below this high here, this might be a nice move to start looking into. So I might go down to the lower time frame, look for a breakout of this area here. Something like this might work in the near term.
Like some kind of head and shoulders on the smaller time frame, basically.
Yeah, so that might be something. I'd like to see the hourly close below that high there. If we close below that, I'll be more comfortable. So let's see how that closes in 13 minutes or so, because I don't want to see this rally close above there, because it kind of gives me the idea that maybe we're going to see price move up to the next area of resistance, which might be obviously that pre sort of news highs there, right? So the market might want to break that, come and retest this area. This is one of those things that Ayush likes. Is it IFVG? One of these?
No, it's not. Is that an
FVG?
That's yeah, it's an FVG.
Why is it so? Yeah, but if it's large like that, does that mean it's rubbish?
Yeah, it is. The reason why people fail using FVGs is because it does not tell you that which area has low volume. That's why the volume profile comes in.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's basically like you're
blindly
any big move almost handle, but it doesn't really mean that there was zero volume, so it's volume profile actually helps to understand if there was volume or not, and if it's valid to take.
It's like lazy Temu order flow strategy with no investment. But people do still use it. I think there are many successful traders doing good, but I don't think so. It's about strategy. It's about what they have mastered through experience, spending time on the market. So
yeah, and it's also some of the things you cannot really explain. That's the whole thing. Sometimes people ask you about your strategy and you just don't realize some of the details because you've been staring at the charts for so long that it's being just written down somewhere in the back of your head, and it's not really a written rule that you see, but just an experience and amount of time look at the charts, and you just start recognizing those things that you get a feeling that what, I've seen it somewhere already. I've kind of seen it already happening, so what to expect.
So some people reckon that you can, so obviously there's that saying that if you do anything for like 10,000 hours to master something, right? Or like someone came out recently and said it only takes 20 hours to master one thing. Do you think you could master a trading strategy within 20 hours and use it profitably?
No.
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 It depends. Like
why?
if you give it for example, to a trader who've been already in the markets, and you mean like mastering the new strategy, for a trader who already experienced the markets before, yes. If you take a completely newbie somewhere, if it comes to trading, who've never actually dealt with financial markets and trading itself, no. And I don't think the problem is a strategy most of the times with people. The problem is the human nature itself. And when people were not exposed to this kind of adrenaline, risk tolerance, emotional, exposure, 20 hours is just simply not enough. And there is another point, people say, okay, like you need 20 hours basically to like master, or like 10,000 hours to master something. Fine, but like if you do thing in a wrong way after 10,000 hours, you're still not going to be good.
So you don't think that you could master a trading strategy in 20 hours? I think you could.
You mean the new one?
Let's say I gave you a trading strategy, which is like a breakout of trend lines.
Yeah, but like even something more convenient. Yeah, I think I could. Yeah, of course I could. I would spend I would spend a few hours, like an hour or two, on understanding the principles and writing them down. Then backtesting this on some instruments, running this backtest, figuring out which instrument, which time frame is working the best. Then readjusting it, then running the backtest more, and like figuring out the hours and the days that are the most profitable and the least profitable. And then I'd run the forward test and the back test on the same period of time. So for example, I trade a week, I back test this week back, compare the results, the expected results when I know the edge is profitable to the real results, and figure out what is the difference and the gap between the expected results and the real results that I'm getting, readjust it, and then apply it again. And I think I'm pretty much would be somewhere there. That's not including, again, like an emotional aspect that people struggle the most with, Like purely technically, mastering the new strategy, this is what I would do.
I mean, it's also like, even if you have 20 hours, let's say, master it, somewhere you will still follow what you know already, maybe blend it with your knowledge and make it use. Even like if you know how to trade, then even the donkey can dance if you make it properly. I'm really bad with examples, but you get my point. Because when my younger one asked me that, I want to learn trading, and I told him that, okay, you have to fail first. And it's like, you are an awful brother. I'm not going to learn from you. Like, yeah, okay.
Someone asked me today, like, what do I need to do if I want to start trading? I said, well, number one, like, be insane. And number two, the question is, like, are you serious, or are you like, because it's popular? Like, what's the goal? Do you want to be like, what is the goal for the person to like learn how to trade? Because it's going to be a different process and a different outcome for person who wants it as a side income and like investment, for example. Side investment, long-term, mid-term, like to slowly maximize the capital. And for someone who is actually aiming to make it a full-time main source of income, or like one of the main sources of income, because in this case, it's a full-time job. And the first things that someone needs to realize is that it's going to cost you much more than 20 hours in the first place. And are you willing, are you ready to put aside what you are doing now for this? If yes, then this is the first step. If not, then maybe it's a long-term investment. It's more like probable, more possible. And then it's a little bit easier, with the time and like effort and long-term like swing trading as well. Approach, a little bit different approach than like full-time day trading. For me, it was just nothing to lose when I started. So the answer was yes. But when you have your life established and the things that you love doing, for example, that's a question, Are you willing to?
I think if there was no, let's put ourselves in the pocket of, it's just like, you need to learn how to, let's say like, Anna, you gave me your strategy, right?
Yeah.
And you told me everything about that strategy in terms of just like how you enter trades, where you put your stop losses, where you target, how you get out of trades if X, Y, and Z happens. I generally think that if I sat there for 20 hours and I just, like, let's say I had back-tested data, I would first obviously learn how, like exactly like I said, learn how to do it. So I'd spend my time looking at the back tests, things like that. But the thing I find quite curious, and the reason why I asked this question was that a lot of people go, and some people have said in the chat, how do you forward test if it's going to take you hours to get in a trade or whatever? But these days you can put yourselves in the scenarios, right? So like you've got the replay tool on TradingView, for instance. You've got a lot of different tools out there that will allow you to punch in data and just like it is a live scenario. Obviously it's different in terms of emotions, so the emotions won't necessarily be there, but you could spend 2 to 3 hours a day, or you know, just picking a random setup, random live session to trade, and then use those rules. And it's something I don't think people do enough, but I just thought it'd be interesting to ask that question. I wondered if anybody, I don't think anybody could master trading in 20 hours, but could they master like a strategy, like a very specific niche, you know?
I think yes. For example, like I'm really looking forward to get into options for like a long time already. If I'd had 20 hours like for this, I think I can like pass a course on the basics of option and learn like 1 or 2 super basic option strategies in this 20 hours. Am I gonna be good and profitable in it after 20 hours? Probably not, because it's a different niche completely, but I do have some of the knowledge about trading, which is gonna obviously be useful for that.
Sorry, can anybody hear construction
Yeah,
work?
Very clearly. Yeah.
Yeah, I will mute for a second.
I was wondering, what's that? Where is this coming from? So what I'm looking at, I'm still in the short for ES, and ES is testing the 76.96, which is my key level. So it's around my entry point right now, hovering around. So we'll see if it starts reversing right now or not, because the next zone that I don't want the price to break, and then if it does, I'm gonna probably get out manually, is 7,700. So if we close, like if we hold below 7,700, I'm gonna keep holding the trade. And then in the meantime, I'm holding my gold longs, which is not doing too bad at the moment. But on the flip side, we are reaching a very important volume zone, which might actually be serving as a resistance now. And if you look at the 1 minute time frame, it's also starting to kind of reject from here as well. So let's see if how the price is going to respond after that, because we are literally on the edge of like this really important volume zone at the moment.
Yeah, about to tap it.
Yeah, I want to see the price kind of react to all that.
Like yesterday, if it you know surpass it with nothing, then we can chill about the range. We can use it as support then.
Yeah.
Oh, Roman is in long as well.
I'm gonna, it's gonna use it as a support, which is gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Doesn't look too bad for now. And in the meantime, yes, come on, chop chop.
He has made a lot of volume in the bottom. I'm assuming even NY will keep on falling. We made a really strong high time frame resistance.
Yeah, looking at the high time frame is what keeps me thinking that we are short.
Yeah.
Because at the smaller time frame, I'm just trying to pull back. But at the higher time frame, if it would start loading, God, I need like 1 day of the chart. Maybe we can switch to your chart in the meantime, because this is like not loading. I need to reload my platform. I need like a one full day, and my camera is also like hanging. Anyway, I'm gonna reload and join.
All right then, it's me. So looking at ES, I'm gonna break down the high time frame. Even though it looks kind of we are tapping the higher time frame support area, I'm expecting price might reach to 7631, which is previous all-time high. And then so basically we have formed a really good area for resistance for shorts, maybe in this black candle, and then go lower this range. So if I see with like, not gonna say like very, it's not a rocket science, but if price comes here, we might see a range forming, and then we'll decide about the bias, if it's long or short. And if it shows weakness in this 7711 area, then we'll go short. So yeah, Void is saying, thought with trading it's the hardest, because you teach yourself how to learn and go over compression, search, and build mental template for understanding. I bet it can translate any and I think when I stepped in trading, and I was like, there was no option left I was middle of the sea. I can go back, I can go forward. I was questioning my life, why I chose this thing. And obviously I was not using any heavy tools or actual trading understanding. I was like only patterns, support, resistance. I had no clear idea how it was working. But the day it clicked, when I started using the range, I was not using volume profile before, but it's like, why market always goes towards the range if it's on the left, if it's higher and low. So then started adding the layers. So the worst thing I followed is bullshit strategies and indicator people are selling and glorifying it. Imagine if you are exploring on the meta on the Facebook or Instagram, you see an ad which is trying to pull you in that course or something. It says that you can do this much, that much if you learn from my thing and that. But if you market it in a way where you say to people that you're going to lose your hair if you try to trade in this market, it's going to take you a lot, then the CTR of that ad, or maybe the people clicking on the ad, is going to be really low, because you're actually telling the truth to the people that, yeah, you can make money, but before that you have to suffer. And then it will do bad, perform really bad. I think I tested when I was selling some products, and if you actually use this negative kind of strategy, and sometimes it attracts high quality leads than the low. Let's talk about trading. I went somewhere else in my old days. So gold is okay. So the best strategy I always used to use in the EUR market is targeting the range. So I knew nothing about the point of control or anything, or like absorption, something like that. If I see a price making high, I'll target the range, and range low is the first target I would always keep my eye on, and then do something else. Because when I see price tapping at the same level every single time, it's gonna act as resistance, and if we pass that, then another high is going to act as another resistance. If we pass that one, the price can go much higher. But what I saw is I was consistently hitting my take profit in euro and GU in the forex market when I was just capturing few points on the lower time frame. Obviously this is 15 minute. On the lower time frame it's much clearer, like on 2 minute, 3 minute. So it's basically like Jonathan said about the strategy. If you have basic knowledge about market structure, and you have some experience and idea what price does, what price is going to do next, then you can add any layer and you just back test it. But if you don't have anything like that, then I feel testing and and experiment something is really a big word for someone who don't know basic market structure and price action. Welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry, the construction work needed the window closing.
Oh, okay.
And I thought I might as well grab some water while I'm at it. But I have entered a dollar-yen short. The break of this 5-minute structure here. So looking for just a move down towards this support area. We'll see what happens. Again, just small risk because it's a 5-minute chart. Stop loss just above the highs. We did get the hourly close that was bearish off the 50 moving average, and we've broken that hourly candle low. So let's see if we do see the continuation to the downside here. That would be nice. I mean, there's that obviously very strong sort of bullish momentum coming down from that 1140 candle. So probably target somewhere in and around that area. If it does continue, we've got the 5-minute 50 moving average in the way at the moment. So, you know, all this area here would be a little bit of a shelf of support as well. So a break of that and a close below that would be also ideal for a little bit of a short-term continuation down into this level of support. So yeah, just waiting for that one. See how that one plays out. You in anything, Ayush?
No, looking at maybe go long on the gold. Something on the 1 minute looking at. I don't like to trade 1 minute on gold since it started slapping me a lot. It's like, you know, bitch, this is not NQ. You can't do it here.
I'd be careful because it's reaching the big volume area. I wouldn't go long now.
If it takes support again at this level, then we'll go long.
First of all, we are at this small range. Well, not so small actually, 30-minute time frame range. Volume. So right here at the support of this range as well. And then secondly, dynamic level of the week is also right here. So we kind of entering back the value area of the day. So maybe the retest of 45.25 and the continuation. Or this is a risky scenario for me personally. So like the risky scenario would be waiting for 45.25 and then taking a long from here. The conservative would be waiting until we break the value area high of the day, giving a pullback, and then the continuation from here. Yeah, something like this for me. Because like the amount of volume that we had here is just massive. We can see it even without the cluster volume here, because we had quite a big volume spike yesterday, volume accumulation, another one today. So
it is
what
a
I
good
was
niche.
saying,
No, nothing.
what I was saying before my laptop started to crash is actually that I need one full day to set up my whole new laptop and my whole new phone. It's still laying in the package.
That is crazy.
I'll take a Saturday for that. You know, like the problem is that I can't leave it overnight because like give some mistakes and it doesn't finish the transfer. And I cannot do it during the day because I need it for work.
Very much so. Yeah, that's fair enough.
So Saturday, no trading day for me.
Yeah, but what if you're busy on Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday I'm taking the day for like just this gym and this. Like that's it. I need some off social time as well on Saturday because otherwise I'm gonna start biting people.
The social battery is drained.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being on the show. Appreciate you being here still, you know.
No, it's still left for today's stream for sure.
Yeah. Well and truly Thursday. I've done it again. I've missed my trade.
Again, like yesterday.
This is I mean, it's a week of me missing stuff, which just seems to be my vibe this week. I mean, I don't usually trade lower time frames, so I am just doing this specifically for the streams. So, I am usually a higher time frame trader, but trying to get back into the non-swinger things, pardon the pun, but, I was talking about this rejection of the potential initial balance zone and a move back to the swing highs on the day. And yeah, it looks like we've made that higher low, bit of a breakout, make a move towards that. So yeah, not great day for me trying to achieve that. I mean, I could still try and get in on a little pullback move, but let's have a look on the minute. Let's have a look. Maybe I can look for a little strategy setup, little trend setup, pull back in, bit of a move back towards those highs. Might get something out of it.
If you are usually a swing trader and trying to switch back into the intraday trading, it doesn't really count as you are missing your entries.
That's what I think. I think it's just I'm trying to figure out how to day trade again.
Yeah.
Trying to walk myself back through it. That's what I'm telling myself anyway, Anna. That's what I'm telling myself. But I think everything's fractal, right? You can go down your time frames and everything is fractal. It's just that obviously if you're trading like an hourly chart, you've got a bit more time to think about it. You've got a bit more time to, put your plan in place, make sure everything's all good. And that's why I like it. It's less stress, less having to react quickly,
Only about time.
Mm-hmm. But I'll be definitely looking at this for future sessions, especially for the intraday stuff, just going back to looking at initial balance.
You said futures or future?
Oh, no, sorry.
Future sessions.
Future sessions, not futures.
Okay.
You're trying to get me into futures, Ayush, again. I already showed you my play book from before.
You can use your old books and they are massive and they're enough.
Yeah. I need to get some get back into the data again.
But I feel on NQ and ES, this entire week was like, if you are trying to trade in the first hour of the NY Open, 100% chance that you might get chopped, and it moves really good after 10:30. That's what I have seen this week. It's not something always happens, but it's performing well during the PM session, more than NY.
You know what I've noticed in my stats in this Tradeify account that I'm working on? Basically, I lose every Monday now for the last 4 weeks, three weeks. Whereas before, Monday was one of my best trading days. I'm blaming August.
Summer price
because
action,
usually I'm and Trump, because usually I trade the market opening on Sunday to Monday. And I stopped doing this because the market has actually not been the same as it was when I was trading it. So usually this like night from Sunday to Monday, I wake up and I'm already can close the profits for the entire Monday. I'm like, I'm done. And now since like last 3 weeks or like more than 3 weeks already, I haven't done this. And it appeared that my Mondays are negative. So apparently my trading week is now cut to 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Because Friday I'm also cutting off.
Very hard to do, isn't it? Yeah. Very hard to do. Would you generally just miss out Mondays?
You know, I think I'm gonna try to trade in the second half of a day only. And it's actually crazy that I'm saying it because usually I'm a London session trader. But now also over the last week, and this is like why journaling and checking your stats is so important, because I've noticed that maybe also because of summer and because of this like thing that is happening constantly with Trump, I'm losing first of the part of the day, and then I'm making it up and making more profits in New York, but it's pointless because instead of like making it up afterwards, I can just skip like London. So what I'm gonna do next week, and including Monday as well, I'm gonna skip London mostly and then trade New York, which is crazy, honestly, because again, like always for few good years, New York was higher chances for me of losing, and London was a much higher chances of me for actually getting profits. So, you know, it's like it's the same story about the volatility, liquidity, and market behavior is never the same all the time. So you actually need to learn how to adjust, otherwise it's gonna eat you alive. So, but Fridays I'm skipping totally, completely.
Yeah, I mean,
for me it's side down.
Fridays were profitable for the last weeks if you look at the journal, but like it was such a fight and such a headache that it was not worth it, honestly.
On Friday, I put my locker much lower. Let's say if I risk 500 usually on my trade, on Friday it's 250. So if I take a loss, I can wipe my tears on the Saturday and Sunday. $43 minutes to something big. Yes.
Let's go. Yeah, but guys, we have a huge announcement for you today.
Yeah.
Something amazing. So make sure that you stay until the end of the live stream. You don't want to miss it out. That's something really, really everyone is like looking forward to see. So guys, you better stay on. It's gonna be some amazing new news for their next trading week ahead of you.
Yeah. And I have dropped the hint in the chat.
Did you?
Yeah. It's just random emojis, but maybe I should go with the clock.
Are we doing giveaways anymore?
Oh, we were supposed to dodge that for today.
I don't know what a giveaway is.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We have to ask Jonathan. Yeah.
No. My bad.
No, I don't know, to be honest. Yeah.
So you just like to warm me up, Ayush. You know what it is. Want to get me in trouble?
Give a who. Give an account. Made what the octopus meant to mean. I think I'll have a good explanation later, but you know, I have it. But if I speak, then it will ruin the joy. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it for the stream. Some anime. No, it's not related to anime, but it kind of looked like an anime character. Yeah.
If that was that was like a thing to solve, I probably would fail that.
No. It has nothing to do with anime. Have you guys watched any anime? I think Jonathan did, but Anna.
No.
Oh, he said no as well.
I'm not the person to talk about.
I have.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think
You guys are missing out.
What,
a lot of-
Actually, I'm lying. Someone made me to watch anime in May and April.
Which one?
I'll tell you now. Wait, I have problems with names and things to remember.
Would Dragon Ball Z
Jonathan,
be
for
classed
you.
as anime?
Oh, I think you should watch Attack on Titan.
What's it called? Attack One Time.
Titan.
Attack Titan.
Yeah. Vinland Saga, yeah, the best one. I think wide is how I have watched.
Oh, Attack on Titan. Is that what it's called?
It's called
Yeah.
One Piece.
Oh my God! It has thousands episodes. I'm never gonna finish that. I know it's the best anime, but it has 1,000 episodes.
No, you
So-
know that they released the Netflix series, right? Like half.
Yeah. I think you should watch Vinland Saga.
Or Dragon Ball, Luna is saying in chat. That is also something I've heard about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dragon Ball Z anime technically.
Yeah.
I've watched Dragon Ball Z.
But it's something which broadcasted in the 90s as a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
One Piece already gave up on it. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. That's why I'm trying to save Anna from it. That you can't watch something else. It will go on for years.
Is it in Japanese and you get like English
Yeah,
subtitles?
the
or something like
subtitles. Yeah.
that? So I've got to
So
read
like
it.
if you look down, you're not gonna understand anything. You have to watch the subtitles. So whenever I watch anime and eat, I make sure to eat without looking at my bowl. Or if I just look down and everything is going to be missed. But there are some websites who provides the dub version where it's in English, but much fun is in the Japanese only. So I do not watch the dub one. I think for traders, it's Vinland Saga, the best one.
Why? What does it have to do with trading? Because I've never watched that. So what's the?
No, it has nothing to do with trading, but it's the main character, which was, I'm not gonna give you spoilers, but it's a way of how he changed his personality from being an aggressive person from peaceful kid. So yeah. Winking stuff, isn't it? Something like that. Why Jonathan is laughing?
Sorry, it's just the Nothing.
Oh no.
Nothing.
It's something which you guys know. Yeah, I get it.
I say nothing. I know nothing. Seems like a lot of people watch anime. Is that because people that like crypto like anime? Is there like a trend there?
No, the thing is, every anime have a meaning, and yeah, it's like you can actually implement in your life. It's not like it might look a cartoony stuff. Maybe some people say it's for kids, but it's not actually for kids. So you guys should watch it. I'll give the list, the best one, which is really less episodes but good meaning and moral. So yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably will not watch it because like if I would have my time to like finish my books that I'm reading, I would be happy enough. So
Then you can read manga. It's available in manga as well.
Somewhere down the line in my lifetime, I'll definitely watch it. So, but not anytime soon, probably.
Jonathan is saying crypto is for nerd and anime is nerdy. That is, yeah. So yeah, Void have structured it in a really nice way. Anime is a new generation self-improvement instrument that they can relate to. Yeah.
We have 5 minutes till the market opening, and my ES is kind of in the entry. Slightly negative, I'd say. So, what do I do? Do I keep it? Do I close it before market opening? Well, technically, my time frame is valid still.
So, are you on break even or not?
No, a little bit in loss.
Okay. I think you got at the bottom, I guess, in the gold. Oh, you're talking about ES.
Yes. No, gold I closed here. I'm gonna re-enter if I get the reconfirmation, so I'm not worried about gold. That's closed and profit already. I have ES short running. So technically on the higher time frame it's still valid. Because if we look at the 4 hours, for example, it's still valid for bearish move. And if we look at the volume distribution across this 4-hour candle, come on, chop. We are right below.
Yeah. Imagine we got a Zoop candle and you make the 2-3 grand and you were like, oh my god, I made a lot of money with slippage. You went into my direction. Like people say on the Instagram, maybe today is the day.
Don't think 2-3 grand are gonna change my life massively, but if I lose it, I'm gonna be quite sad. That's a profit loss expectations. Is it worth risking it? I'm not sure, but like it's valid on the 4-hour time frame. I think I'm gonna hold it because of the higher time frame actually, and like 30 minutes also kind of right there still, and Nasdaq is also below the value area low of the day, so I'm more inclined to see that it's valid. If it comes to the footprint charts, we also have a lot of positive delta coming, but there is nothing much that would like give it a reaction. So the price is not really reacting to all those asks coming in. Yeah, I mean, like, it's in 2 minutes from now. So do I keep the positions opened or not? Because it's now in a little bit of a minus, negative. Because if it's gonna jump up, it's gonna be a loss. If it wouldn't be a market opening, I'd keep holding it. So I'll keep holding this. I think I'm just gonna close it on one of the accounts, which I don't want to risk it on. On the rest, I can actually accept the risk. That's probably what I'm gonna do.
Price already tapped the resistance. I don't think so. Yeah, volume can do anything, but the price is actually rejected the resistance already. So I think we might get pushed. Or the next zone is so up higher.
Yeah.
Void is asking regarding the FX, will the country restriction be the same as the futures? Oh, we can't comment on that anything because we don't know.
$30 seconds.
I like how she brings us back to charts.
It's a good thing.
I'm a trader. You got you said trading, huh? Right, okay.
5 seconds.
No, I am not risking it on one of the accounts.
Ding, 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 ding. There we go.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. All right, absorbed. Coming lower.
Point of control moved to 7,700 for the day.
He knows how to keep secrets. I actually don't know all the restriction. I'm talking to chat.
Yeah.
Oh. So there is negative delta in the candle, but it's pumping.
Yeah, it's kind of pumping. Well, you know what? I'm glad I closed it on the account that I wasn't really willing to take a risk on. The rest is fine. It's always a question about like, what are you gonna regret more, you know? A loss? Like, what are you gonna regret more? Let's say that $500 loss, or like $500 of missing out on the profit. So like the profit that you missed out on. Yeah.
And that is very hard to master. Gold is chilling.
Gold is doing barely nothing, actually. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna keep it open on like the rest of the accounts because it's 30 minutes that is gonna decide it after the market opening. Gold is dead. Silver is really looking good, actually. Silver is looking really bullish, so I think if silver is gonna... Looking at silver, I think gold is gonna continue to go higher. Silver is having a very bullish 4-hour candle and a really good rejection above the volumes as well. Gold is hanging around the same volume, so it's unable to break it so far for now. But looking at silver, I think we will see the break soon. Anyway.
All right. What's up, guys?
Hello.
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 Hey, you. How are you doing?
Good. All right. 25 minutes until the big
Announcement.
So we're making an announcement of the announcement, like the good old days in the crypto market when project, founders of different altcoin products, they went out and 1 week before the actual announcement, they went out and made like a massive announcement that they were going to make an announcement. And so the project pumped like crazy, and then they sold and announced some bullshit. Great strategy. So that's not what we're doing. No. We're actually announcing an announcement and actually making a pretty cool announcement. That makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Like having meetings about having meetings. Like, let's have a meeting, and then we have a meeting, and then in the meeting we say, hey, let's have another meeting about what we discussed in this meeting. It's not like that. This is like having, I don't know. It's gonna be good. Yeah, Bitcoin. What are we thinking? Bitcoin looks amazing. I did not see this coming, if I'm going to be honest. Well, I kind of did, but I didn't trade on it, and I lost money. So I guess that's it's not too fun. Modest Mike says thanks for the comparison.
You were literally
short. What?
You didn't see that coming. What do you mean?
Yeah, the gold pump. I didn't see that coming. No.
You're talking about Bitcoin.
Yeah, the Bitcoin. Man, I'm tired today. Well, I did say that I wouldn't be surprised to see a move up towards 70K, because that's literally what we have done in all of the consolidations of Bitcoin, and it's kind of like it follows that theme of Bitcoin is trending more to the upside than to the downside in a bear market, but still kind of had to follow the trend, right? So I did short. I think I shorted here, and then covered some, but then of course with this current move, actually what I'm talking about, I didn't even have a short open on this. I'm losing the money. I think I mentally shorted this. I had a short open in July. Yeah, I kind of like I mentally shorted this. Yeah. That's a trick from the trading influencer book, having a live stream and like, no, I didn't short. I thought about shorting this, but I actually never shorted it. I did short gold though, and that didn't turn out well, to say the least. And now I'm thinking gold looks interesting. I mean, went straight up into that data 2 and simple. But this is an important, interesting move for gold. I think
what you're looking at right now, you're looking for short, you're looking for breakout. What you're looking at, because for me, it's right in the zone that I'm gonna either continue long for like 100 next points, or I'm gonna expect a more correction, deeper correction.
Well, if I had a Lamborghini and someone was driving it and it was coming towards me very fast, I would not be in front of it.
What?
Fair enough.
And that's kind of like the way I see gold. You don't like
short it.
Like a good friend of mine once said, you don't stand in the way of a moving train, basically. Oh, yeah. And I kind of feel like gold is moving in one direction.
Yeah.
And it seems to be up. Do I want to short this? I think it's the move that we just had tells me I don't want to be shorting this.
Yeah.
And also the risk to reward is not great. I mean, if I were to short this, where would I short it to? Would I short it to the like 4.4? Probably not, because if we go to the in the 4 hour here, it's I mean, we already hit the level where I would want to take some profits if I were to short this from an intraday perspective. It literally just hit that TP, and that would be this high area. Maybe maybe we can come down here, but a trade like this, to me, if I would short this, I would probably want price to look like this, and then I'd be looking for this move that we got, like down here. So I think the entry for the short is probably gone, and now I would probably look for. I'm not sure, honestly, how I would trade this, because if I could go long down here, or maybe we get a test of these lows, get some nice reaction, and then if I think price is going higher, then this is a good level to long, in my opinion. Maybe I have shorts down here, or maybe even down here, but probably around this level, and then just back up to the 200-day simple. It's a 2-hour trade. So to me, that's decent, and then we might develop a range here. So, and that range might look something like this. So I think that would be an interesting trade, but the fact that we have that 200 simple here, I don't know. It seems like, and I think I always get this sense of not really knowing what to do when an asset is like right on the edge of being either bullish or bearish, right? Like, if we would have a rejection at that resistance at like 4.2, that is a clear short for me, but we didn't have that rejection. We just went straight up. So the next level of interest would be was that level, the area between 4.350 and 4.4. I shorted that, got stopped out. So now I'm like, okay, so where do I short the next time? And I think maybe the next trade isn't a short. Maybe it's the next trade is just to wait,
Yeah, like, when the asset, like you said, is on the edge of being between bullish and bearish, I figure that it's better maybe to not just trade it.
Yeah, Mike says short looks good. Mike also says that Jonathan feeling okay. I'm not feeling okay. I tested a new coffee today, which tastes like shit.
I was going to say I had drugs in it.
No, it didn't have drugs in it. Unfortunately, it was not. Did not have anything like that. I mean, fortunately, it did not have. I just got an alert on silver. Let's take a look at silver. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So silver just broke out.
For me, silver is like crazy bullish. This is also why I'm not looking for bearish move on gold.
Commodities.
Yeah, but silver is probably trying to make the move that gold just did. So I think silver is just lagging behind. I wouldn't really use silver here as I think it's just silver is just that retarded sibling of gold is left behind, is waiting to catch up. I wouldn't use it as an indicator, honestly. I feel because if right, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Because gold has already tested the 200 simple moving averages, right? Like it had a massive move right at resistance, and then silver is already maybe the coffee was on caffeinated or decaffeinated. Maybe that's why I feel so tired. That I gotta look that up. It's them the coffee from Latin America is. It's not good. It's not good. You need to work on your coffee growing techniques. Terrible. Yeah. Okay. What about you guys? How's your coffee?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on where price goes.
Oh, I see. So Roman's thinking, if it's only bullish, I might as well just full port long, right?
Yeah, these are the kind of conversations I live for. Like this is, yeah, I would say, Roman, that you are definitely thinking along the side, like right along the lines of professional money management here. And what I would do is
do it.
Yeah, just do it, man.
No.
Just double down on that idea. I mean, you have nothing to lose.
No,
especially not if you're trading with a prop firm.
It depends how much is in your account and how much are you willing to risk. Right? You could try. I mean,
are you betting the house? And then at that point, it's a question of like, where do you live? Is it a good neighborhood? No, what I'm saying, like, obviously, trading with a stop loss is not a good idea. I think that's something we can, be fairly in agreement on, because the stop loss is there to limit how much you're losing, limit your risks. But I think it's also, we have to think about like what, like I trade without I trade gold without a stop loss, right? Because I trade long term. I'm holding. My main way of trading gold is holding for weeks or months. Like I'm holding with the primary trend, which can last for as long as it lasts. So I'm trading without stop loss, but I also never enter a position size on gold, which will make me lose enough money for that to be problematic if gold absolutely dumps, right? It's so, but that's on a personal. That's my personal capital. Now, if you're looking at a prop firm, now obviously you can't really trade like that, because you might be able to trade like that with Tradeify crypto though, because there's no swaps. It's that's baked into the commissions and everything. So the commissions is relatively high, which if you trade very actively, the commissions is going to eat up part of your profits. But if you hold for longer, that you're not going to pay swaps. But if you're on a prop firm, you want a stop loss because you have higher leverage, and the moves that you're looking for is much smaller, most likely. So a move against you need to get out of that move much quicker before it takes out your whole account. So, but what you're asking is, can you enter a trade without a stop loss, and then if it just goes up, you'll win basically. Yeah, and then I gave you a whole monologue on something completely different. I'm sorry about that. But what you can't do that. You can't do that because you have a daily daily stop out limit as well. So if price moves up significantly and then retraces some of that move in a day, you'll lose the account. So you'll have to put in stops and manage the position in a way where you're not going to lose the account.
Yeah, and
Mike also says this.
If it would be on futures, you'd lose the account because you cannot let it run overnight as well.
Yeah. And Mike also says that there's still swaps in crypto with the funding rates. And that's true because depending on the funding rates, the long pay for the short or the short pay for the long. I honestly, was so long ago where I actually traded spot markets in crypto, so I don't really have any. I can't remember. Man, I feel autistic today, man. All right, we have 10 minutes. 10 minutes left until something big's happening. That's right, Void. We also have something called margin call, which can replace a stop loss. but not recommended. The way I traded crypto back in the day before prop firms and all of that was actually my liquidation price was my stop loss, which is what I did was in 2017, you had altcoins moving, like 100% move in a day was normal, right? You just had to find the altcoin, right? And it happened kind of like some days across the board. Like the market was just absolutely insane. So what you could do is you could take, let's say you have your capital, you have 100% of your capital, and then you go out and you research the most promising crypto projects, and let's say you find 200 of them, and maybe we go in the realm of being over diversified, but let's say you find 200 of them, and you're going to invest all your capital in all of these 200 altcoins. So you invest 0.5% of your capital in these altcoins, and either you do it spot, and then just your stop loss is just going to be the product dying, or you do it on a perpetual futures contract where your liquidation is your stop loss. So the full position gets liquidated, which means you lose 0.5% of your account and the full position in that altcoin. But some of these altcoins didn't rally 100%; they rallied several thousands of percent. So the idea would then be to sell half and a double. So when that 0.5% position became 1%, you sell half, and then you take that half and you move it into another altcoin. So you then effectively have a free position. Sometimes that position could move to become 10% of your whole portfolio. And at that point, you sell the position and you made 10% on your portfolio. And the thing with 2017, eventually all altcoins started rallying like that. So I remember waking up in the middle of the night, summer of 17, and there was this app called Blockfolio. I'm sure a lot of people in the chat knows about Blockfolio.
Yeah.
And I open up Blockfolio, and it's like, the portfolio was up like 250% on a day. And like you look at that and like, holy shit, that's insane. And you start planning your future as a crypto analyst and trader, and getting your office and doing this full time, and paying up your mortgage and everything. And then all of a sudden you wake up and it's like December 17 or something, and you hear the news of crypto crashing, and you go on like Reddit and Twitter and everything, and everyone's like, oh, you get a hodl. If you sell, you lose, right? So I never sold, and here we are. had to get a job at Tradeify. And it go very well. I love it here. I did like it back in 17 as well. 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes. No, 8 minutes. What am I saying? Okay, so Roman, when we hit top of the hour, you run it.
You join us.
Just hit the button.
You join us.
All right. Ayush, prepare the dance.
Oh yeah, it was not in the script, but I will.
All right. Let's see if we can Oh man, there's so much going on.
In the market, in the chart?
Everywhere.
I am still holding my short. It actually went higher, and then that was I was expecting. That it had a huge volume right here at 7711, and it's just jumping like back down, dumping, and Nasdaq looks super bearish as well with all that volume in a week. So that's makes me happy. If we close like this, it's gonna be good.
Michael, I would definitely watch you better dancing. I would do that. Glenn says we all get free hoodies. Well, actually, we should get him a hoodie. Yeah, we should get Glenn a hoodie. And then you can come on a live stream and show everyone your hoodie. But we probably need to send him a hoodie. Not now, but after this whole thing. Wait, what are you doing, Ayush?
I'm
Is that the
hyping up
DJ?
the chat.
He's
I'm
warming
hyping
up.
up
He's
the
not prepared to dance.
Well, I'm not gonna dance, so you're like, I'm not gonna. So don't get your hopes up, okay?
Or do we get
All right.
copyrighted?
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, we got 4 minutes. Time is very slow. Very slow.
I just realised I
Let
was
me see if I can
muted
find
that
anything
entire time.
Were you muted?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't hear you.
There's a red button on this mic which flashes at me when it's on mute, and I only just realised it was flashing at me. So.
Oh, you're looking at it and like, huh? Why is it flashing red?
Yeah, I was like, why is that doing that?
Guys, what's this?
I've had this mic for 3 years, and
oh, okay. So you realize
use it.
that now?
Yeah.
That's actually really good function. I wish I had that sometime. I remember doing a webinar, solo webinar for 45 minutes, and I'm wondering like, why, and I didn't check the chat because I had a script and did a presentation and everything of 45 minutes, and now we're going to check the chat if you have any questions, and I'm like, you're muted. That was fun. Later, 45 minutes long live stream, completely muted.
I've been there, done that.
Wow. I had the recording for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Without the voice.
Yeah, I don't know which one's worse, to be honest. Is it talking to a load of people and it being muted, or is it just, doing a recording and it being muted? I don't know which one's worse. I think actually definitely in front of people, maybe.
No, I think the recording is worse because like you do a live stream and like it's okay, it is what it is. Okay, yeah. We'll do another one another time. But like the recording part, because you plan everything and you script everything and like you get into character. Well, okay, maybe not character because obviously. Now I'm Jonathan the analyst. I guess you don't have to go into character to record a trading educational video, but like you do the scripting and you do everything, and then you're sending it over to the editor, and the editor is like, hey, I don't know if there's anything wrong with my video, but there's no sound on this. Yeah.
Well, we've got how long? 1 minute. 1 minute till the big announcement, guys. 1 minute till the huge announcement.
My dollar yen got stopped.
That was not the announcement we were referring to.
Was for me. Was for me.
Okay, 1 minute. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do this. Mike says Void is trying to get us in trouble. Run the video soon. Soon.
5,
Is it?
4, 3, 2, 1.
No.
Tradeify 247. Trade our capital on a market that never closes. Equities, commodities, and crypto around the clock. Keep up to 95% of your profits, featuring on-demand payouts and straight-to-funded accounts. Over $300 million paid to traders with our capital on the line, not yours. Tradeify 247 for markets that never sleep.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
Mike. No, that's not Mike. That's not Mike. That's Ayush. What's up, Ayush? So that's it. That's the big announcement and the big reveal. We are moving. We're no longer Tradeify Crypto. We are Tradeify 247 to reflect the world of tokenization. Right, we're going all in on the aspect of. Yes, that was me in the commercial. You saw the very handsome man there as me. That was me. Right. So Ayush, what's the big deal with this one? What's the why do we have any offers? Do we have any promos going on to celebrate the fact that we're moving from Tradeify Crypto to Tradeify 247?
Yeah. So Tradeify Crypto 247.
And this is where you dance, but I thought you.
So I have to announce it, but
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
So we have 47% off on the 1-step and 2-step, and 35% off on the instant account.
Wow.
To buy one because of gold trade. And also there is one account which is special, 247K account, 3-step. An account is available for just $47, and it's limited to one per person.
That's right. So we have a new website. You can go in and you can check out the website. I've just linked in the comment sections. You can go into Tradeify247.co. We are also announcing that we're launching MT5. So everyone can now trade with us here at Tradeify 247, which we are now called, at using MetaTrader 5, which is an amazing platform when it comes to executing and managing your trades. We also have a special code right now. It's the code 247. So if you use the code 247 at checkout, you're going to get a 47% off on our 1-step programs and 2-steps program, as well as a 35% off of the instant programs. And we also have a completely new program that we're launching for you guys today, and it's limited offers, so make sure that you go in and check the website that I'm listing in the chat right now. So it's Tradeify247.co/promo, and in there you will see that we have a 247K account. It's a 3-step account, and you'll get it for only $47. It's one per person only, and you can go check that 3-step account offer in the link in the comment section. Now, this is just one of many updates that we have coming for you guys in the short-term future. So today we are doing the change into Tradeify 247. We got this new account for you guys and the 247 promo code, as well as launching MetaTrader 5 accounts. And throughout the days and the weeks going forward, we will have many more announcements for you guys as well. So that's it, a bright future for Tradeify moving forward. And as you guys know, we also talked about, there being, we have futures, we have, tokenized asset and blockchain, and there's obviously something missing there. And I'm sure many of you know what that is. So there's a lot of changes coming up here for Tradeify in the future. It's going to be amazing. So go to tradeify247.co/promo and check out the new account that you can buy for only $47. You get $247,000 account for only $47. All right. Let me know if you have any questions for us in the comment section. Mike also says that the DX trade portal is now dx.tradeify247.co. Before we had it as dx.tradeifycrypto.co, but it's now dx.tradeify247.co. I hope I said everything correctly here.
Yeah.
And the new account is at tradeify247.co/promo. I think that's everything, right? I think that's everything. Any questions? Let me know in the chat. Otherwise, we will see you next week on Monday with a fresh new look, a new name, same wonderful people, same place. What about Tradeify Crypto old account? I believe your old account will be as usual. They will be, they'll stay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for activation fee. I'm not sure if there's going to be an activation fee on that one. Not sure. I don't have the details on that. Unfortunately, maybe Mike knows about that.
Right, well, 247K account for $47 is insane. This is just something that doesn't exist in the industry.
Yeah.
So like you
Definitely.
use this chance because it's your chance to get like a big capital in one shot for almost literally zero. Like count it as a
And
almost
Roman
for
was
free.
asking for it.
Guys, we'll see you all next week. Thank you all for joining, and thank you everyone for tuning in today. And we will see you all next week. And I'm super excited about what we have coming up here. So make sure that you're here on Monday with new and more announcements. All right, take care, guys.
Take care,
thank you so much.
guys. See you on Monday.
See ya.
Bye bye.